Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the zombies portion of Call of Duty World War II after spending a few hours with it. For those of you who aren't super familiar with the Call of Duty series, Zombies made its debut in Call of Duty World at War, which was the game immediately following the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And Zombies, pretty much right from the very beginning, established a very strong cult following within the Call of Duty community. It's a bit of a polarizing mode in a lot of ways because for all the people out there who really love it and enjoy it and consider it an integral part of the series at this point, there are pretty much just as many people who either don't like it or don't play it or don't care about it. Historically, I've kind of been in the not particularly impressed camp when it comes to zombies, just because of the fact that, in my mind, this mode historically has kind of just tread the same ground as things like Killing Floor or Left 4 Dead or Rebellion's Nazi Zombie Army trilogy of games. And I know there's some debate as to who inspired who or who's borrowing from whom where all of these games are concerned, so I'm not going to get into that. But the thing that I really want to focus on in this particular case is how much I am actually enjoying this particular iteration of the zombies premise in Call of Duty. I don't know if it's the fact that, much like the rest of the game, this mode's been streamlined and simplified a bit and sort of harkens back to some of the best moments from prior iterations of the series, or that this concept has just been so thoroughly revisited and refined over the years that it's really gotten to a point where it feels really polished and well thought out and expertly executed. So again, for those of you who aren't familiar with the concept of how this mode works, it's basically a 1 to 4 player cooperative mode where you try to survive a series of waves of zombies attacking you from multiple directions and using basically all of the weapons that typically are available in the other modes of the game. The wrinkle or the trick here is that you earn currency from killing the zombies that you then spend to not only purchase weapons and ammo, but also upgrades to your character for that particular session that's being played, and the ability to unlock doors which allow you to gain access to other parts of the level. And make no mistake, despite there only currently being 1 level to play on in this zombies mode, it is absolutely massive. And as you progress through the higher stages of the level, obtain more money, and therefore gain access to some of the more expensive doors, you will find that the scale of this experience is quite significant. Having played a few rounds up into the high 20s and low 30s in terms of zombie waves, I've seen what I have to imagine is most of the available unlockable content in terms of the expansiveness of the level, and it is impressive. With you transitioning from big open outdoor environments to claustrophobic subterranean catacombs to a bridge leading to a large enemy stronghold. Now, of course, the other thing that's sort of a hallmark of the zombie mode in Call of Duty is the idea that you're not simply running around killing zombies and collecting currency, but you also have objectives that you have to do to progress the quote unquote story of the level. Basically, as you complete waves and power up and otherwise upgrade your character, you'll be prompted to complete various objectives, such as finding items in the level, interacting with them, or transporting something from one part of the level to another. And of course, when you first start playing in a given level, you're not going to exactly have the best idea as to where the best weapon spawns are, where the most useful upgrade points are, or where the items that you need to complete the various objectives are located. And so a big part of experiencing this mode, especially for the first few times that you play it, is simply familiarizing yourself with the level and steadily improving your performance through subsequent playthroughs. As you might expect, there are additional little wrinkles and enhancements that you can use to your advantage to try to improve your odds, such as loadouts and mods which unlock at level 5, and consumables which you can carry up to 2 of into battle that can have a drastic impact on the outcome of a particular session, giving you access to highly powerful weapons for a limited amount of time or level clearing special attacks that can really save your bacon in a pinch. Speaking of which, the other big major feature in this mode is the fact that your character has a special ability, and you can actually select based on your loadout what that special ability will be. One of my personal favorites is the ability to spray an endless stream of bullets for a given period of time once the ability has been powered up. But there are also other options that are more team-centric or defensive-centric, depending on your personal playstyle and taste. It would be kind of tempting to dismiss this mode as a sort of Me Too copycat knockoff experience, given how immensely overdone the whole zombie thing is in video games these days. But it's important to keep in mind that Call of Duty was one of the first games to incorporate a mode like this nearly 10 years ago, and to a large extent, this new mode is just a continuation and refinement and enhancement of that legacy. And I have to think that for people who are into Call of Duty Zombies, this is probably going to end up being a pretty satisfying experience in the long haul. Honestly, it's actually kind of won me over to a certain extent, in the sense that I can actually see myself returning to this and working to try to unlock new weapon attachments, mods, and various things that might help me in subsequent playthroughs. On the technical side of things, I do need to mention that I have experienced some graphical glitches, which seem to be confined to certain parts of the level, and also experienced some problems with looping audio that would persist and or stack beyond the point where it clearly should have stopped playing. Hopefully these issues can get sorted out in a patch in the not too distant future, and neither of them is particularly game breaking, but they are the sorts of things that you would hope to not see in a big AAA title such as this, so they're definitely worth pointing out. I also have to say that for the most part, playing this mode with random people has been pretty fun, and people have been generally pretty accommodating to me being an inexperienced player in terms of rezzing me when I go down or showing me the ropes by ensuring that I'm with them when they activate objectives and such. Obviously, it's in the best interest of the people who play this game to be accommodating to new players because that gives them more people to play with and more people to help cover their back in this mode, which is very much geared towards cooperative play. You're probably going to have the most success and or fun playing this with friends, but it is nice and kind of refreshing to see such a generally accommodating and pleasant community forming around this mode in its early days. In a similar fashion to how I felt about the single player campaign, I don't really see the zombies mode being enough to justify the game's $60 asking price on its own, but as a part of the total package, it's definitely something that I'm enjoying and will absolutely be coming back to repeatedly whenever I need a break from competitive multiplayer. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, be sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.